Living healthy is not something easy to do. I know that personally. It's not an easy thing to do, and losing weight is not an easy thing to do. But as I have continued on my journey, and I'm still continuing on my journey, have I messed up? Absolutely, many times, and that's okay. But I have sort of figured out a few tips and tricks that are pretty important, and I think can really help you a lot. So here are 7 of those. These are my magical 7 tricks. It's not tricks at all, but 7 important factors that I think that you guys should note to help you on this journey. 1, water. Water is so important. I cannot stress the importance of water. I genuinely can't. I think that you really should try at least the very minimum of 2 liters a day. I know you've heard that all before, but really try to keep to it, and you'll see such a difference, not only in your body but also in your skin. Another way that water really helps is, honestly, it helps keep you full in between your meals, because sometimes we overeat because we feel hungry, but that's really your body just needing water. And I've learned that personally, and I've read a lot about that as well. So just drink your water. Try at the very least. Start with your 2 liters a day, and then we can move on from there. But water, very important. Number 2, do not starve yourself. Here's the thing. Don't skip meals as much as you can. Don't skip meals. Don't decide that because you have an interview, a meeting, a shoot, whatever, in 2 days, you're not going to eat for those 2 days. Honestly, our bodies were not made like that. And honestly, you're going to overcompensate. When you finally get in front of a meal, you're going to eat much more than you need to because you are really, really hungry. So try as much as you can not to starve yourself. Eat at the very least your 3 meals a day. Some people advocate for eating smaller meals more often, but either way, do not starve yourself and do not skip your meals. 3, remove or reduce processed sugar. I know sometimes it's so difficult, and I know you've heard this before. Processed sugar isn't the best for you. It really isn't. But there are very many ways that we can cut down on sugar without reducing the quality of the wonder of the thing that you're eating. So can we try to not use processed sugar? Absolutely. Let's try to use any other form of sweetener, preferably a natural sweetener. But also, there are things that you can do that sort of change the tastes of. That's why I'm making a show. You know what? That's why I'm making a show. Just try to reduce or remove your processed sugar. And then we're going to have some recipes coming up very soon that include sweetening without processed sugar. But that is point 3. Reduce or eliminate processed sugar. Number 4 is get active. So I don't even mean you need to be in the gym 2, 3, 4 hours in a day. I don't mean that. I don't do that. But if that's you, well and good. Not everybody can do that. But are there ways that you can improve the level of activity in your life on a daily basis? So for example, if you work on the 10th floor, is it possible that you could get off on the 6th or on the 7th floor and walk up the rest of the way? If you don't want to walk up all 10 flights, maybe. Is there an activity that you can sort of, do stuff outdoors? Is there an activity that you like, hiking or walking or dancing? Take a dance class, do something. Just start getting your body moving in the way that you like. It'll be really good for you. And I'm not saying like put too much pressure on yourself to do these things. Just try to improve every day the amount of activity that your body is doing, and your body will thank you for it. Number 5, and I really advocate for this, control your portion sizes, particularly when you're eating something that you know that you shouldn't be eating. Though I don't believe that there's anything that you shouldn't eat. I feel like everybody should eat what they want. You know what? If you want the cookie, eat the cookie. If you want the slice of cake, eat the cake. But try to control your portion sizes. So something that I find very useful is, for example, if you're in a restaurant or if you're in a cafe or a coffee shop and you have a slice of cake, is it possible to share that slice of cake with the person who you're with, if you happen to be with somebody? Or, any small way that you can. Of course, at home, it's much easier to control because you're serving yourself, and the serving sizes can vary depending on what you feel. But control your portion sizes, particularly when you're dealing with the more decadent, more snacky foods. Try to cut down on the portion sizes so that you can still eat them. They're not banned from your life, because I think that's also very important. Don't ban things from you. Anyway, eat smaller portion sizes, especially of super sweet, super fatty foods. And again, your body will thank you for it. So this next one is for the drinkers. I know not everybody drinks, not everybody who's watching drinks, but if you do, I would suggest cutting down on the amount of alcohol that you drink, because it's a lot of empty calories, actually, to be honest. If you do some research on alcohol, it's a lot of empty calories. And not only that, but if you were to overindulge and the next day you're having a hard time, in the morning, you're probably going to look for comfort foods that aren't going to be very good for you. So try to cut down, at the very least, balance it out with water. Make sure that you are constantly hydrated so that you are not suffering the next day, so that you don't reach for the fries and the chicken and all that stuff, which is also good in moderation. But yeah, cut down if you can on alcohol. Last but not least, in fact, I think this may be the most important of all of them, is don't punish yourself. The motto of have your cake and eat it should be don't punish yourself. Everything in moderation. It's okay. And if you eat something that you shouldn't eat, or you eat more of something that you feel that you shouldn't eat, then dust yourself off, reboot and restart, and it's okay. Because we're trying to avoid breeding really negative habits. And we breed really negative habits through guilt sometimes. And if you're guilty and upset at yourself for eating really badly, some people will just go on and continue eating badly and tell yourself, you know what, on Monday I'm gonna fix this. And it doesn't really work that way, honestly. So just reboot. You know what, I messed up, I had too much to eat, I had too much to drink yesterday. That's okay. Just start over, and that's fine. So don't punish yourself. Those are the 7 lessons that I learned when I was trying to live a healthier lifestyle. Add any more that you may have down below. I'd love to hear them. And thank you for joining me. I will see you guys next week.